Hey guys, it's Luca coming at you with a 2048 video. This is going to be a little bit of a special video, I guess. Good gameplay and hopefully even better commentary. So I think this video, I'm just going to lead you guys through some of the gameplay, but I'm going to tell some stories. Hopefully you guys enjoy. So what I wanted to talk to you guys about today was some of my reactions and maybe tell you a bit more about that other video that I posted about the Houston Memorial breaking the 42-year-old famous record that I posted earlier. So that record was our own high school record that was from 1980, and this relay record was famous back then. Now that might seem intuitive because it is, but this relay from 1980 was nationwide famous because they went so fast for the time that they swam. 1980, the technology, the technique for swimming was so outdated compared to what it is now. And although we broke the record from 1980, I really truly believe that they're faster swimmers than we were. Although we went the faster time, so you could argue otherwise, of course. But anyway, there's some really big names in club swimming and high school swimming from that relay, and we broke that 42-year-old record. So that's what I wanted to clarify for you guys there. But anyway, we were so hyped after we broke that record. You can see the thumbnail was right after the race, and it's the four boys with our coach, and we were just absolutely ecstatic. Our whole team was watching the race, and they were hoping and praying that we would break the record, which we did in 3 minutes, 7 seconds, 87 hundredths. And we were booking it. We went fast. And there are high school teams, of course, that have gone much faster. But we broke a 42-year-old famous high school record. And that's just super exciting whenever you break any record, much less a famous record like that. So I hope you guys can understand where I come from when I say that it's a super monumental and exciting event for me. But anyway, we're up to 5:12, and we'll see how far we can push. Yeah, you can skip ahead all the way to the end to see how far I go, but ruin the surprise. You might as well just watch all 25 minutes of epic gameplay and epic commentary. But let me take you guys through my reactions, some pre-thought, during and afterthought of this whole relay, now that I've explained to you some of the context. So this all goes back to when our crazy coach, Coach Moss, said at the beginning of that swim season that I think we can break this 42-year-old record. And we were like, oh my gosh, coach, that's crazy. Do you actually think we can break that 42-year-old record, which was so fast? These other relays in our past, in our recent past, and we knew of some really fast kids at that time. They came through, none of them were close to breaking the record. And our coach was crazy enough to say, yes, we can break the record. And oh man, Oh man, did we break the record? Yeah, so the time each of us had to go, all four of us, in order to break the record was 47 seconds, 12 hundredths of a second. So 47:12. I just want you to remember that number. So the whole year up until that race, we were saying 47:12 to our teammates. There were about 5 or 6 of us that maybe could have gone that fast on our individual legs, and we just kept reminding each other 47:12 for us to train harder, train smarter, and go for that time. Man, it's exciting to just talk about it. But yeah, we had 5 people for sure towards the end of the swim season who we knew could go that fast. The 6th person we considered did not train a whole bunch that season. It's totally fine. He had other commitments. We totally understand. But we had 5 people at the end of the season. The problem is only 4 people can swim a relay. So one of us was not swimming. Now our coach was talking to us 5 about it a lot because he was super confident that we could break this record. So the one person that couldn't swim was a former sophomore that season, and he swam with us at the previous meet, which is districts. There are 3 rounds, by the way, in this championship process for high school. It's district, region, and state. So this 5th swimmer, he swam with us at district, and he went pretty fast. He was very close to 47:12, but he didn't quite go it. But he kind of shocked us. He went fast that relay. But there are 4 other swimmers that arguably are faster than him. So we get to this regionals race, and it's only a few hours before the race happens that the coach has to decide who's on the relay. And we had to make up our minds. And we chose the 4 swimmers that are in the description that I mentioned. Was Amarblie, me, Oliver Grossman, and Roman Joubert. These 4 swimmers are record-breaking. Anyway, I'm getting overexcited. But we just kept reminding each other 47:12, 47:12. And it was good that we had 5 people instead of 4 people that were going to swim on the relay, because in the chance that we could actually break the relay, there was going to be one person that was not able to, if you see what I mean. So it increases the competition between the 5 people. So really it was between Amarblie and the 5th person. And Amarblie is a super fast butterflyer. Really good 100, 200 butterflyer, 200 freestyler. And he was kind of on the brink since his 100 freestyle is not so good. He was on the brink there. But Coach Moss decided to put him instead of the 5th person. And I think it turned out really well, since he swam a great first leg, and he helped lead us to that good finish. I, on the other hand, was not at risk so much of not swimming. I swam the fastest relay split for our team the previous year, so that's the 2020-2021 season, and I kept up my speed, maybe got a little bit faster in the other events, and stayed about the same in the 100 freestyle. But I was personally not at risk, but I was a captain last season And I was telling the boys, we've got to break this relay record. This is super important for us to do it. And we have a good, solid shot. So Coach Moss decided first. He looked at the record boards. He decided that we could do it. And then I was like, hey, why not? Let's try to do it. I think we can do it. So I was telling all the boys, and especially Oliver, the third leg on the relay, super fast swimmer. He was really slow his freshman year, and his junior year, he got to be state level. That's how much he improved. Super, super, super great swimmer. I commend him a lot. And if you're watching, Oliver, I love you. But it was junior year that Oliver swam on that relay, and he went lightning fast. He was around the fastest split. I think I technically was the fastest leg, but he was right there with me, and we couldn't have broken the record had not Oliver swam that fast. And Oliver made state in the 50 free and the 100 back that season. So his 100 freestyle was technically not state level, but he and the other three boys, including me, made state with that time. And mind you, our state, super, super competitive. And had we gotten like 5th or something in that race, we got 4th. Had we gotten 5th, we might not have even been able to make state. And we got a top 100 time in the nation. So I guess you could say that's how competitive our state is. But I don't know, everything's bigger in Texas. So that happened before. That's like my before thought of the race. And I figured that the 4 swimmers that would swim on the relay would in fact swim on the relay. So that's what ended up happening. That's what my coach decided. I think since I was captain of the swim team, I was pretty influential in the decision. I wanted the 5th swimmer to swim. I did, but I needed it to be where the fastest 4 people would swim, for sure. Anyway, during the race, oh my gosh, this race was so hype. For context, the 400 freestyle relay is the last race in the whole meet. This is the regional finals, which determines the swimmers that will make state. So I knew that I would most likely make state, and I knew Oliver, for example, and Amarblie had made state in their events. Amarblie in the 100 fly, Oliver in the 100 back, and we were waiting for call-ups is what it's called, where you compare the times of all the fastest swimmers in Texas, and you leave out the first 2 automatic qualifiers, and you take the rest, the next 8 fastest times across the state, and then you see which ones to go to state. So up until this point, I personally did not know if I was going to make state, but I was pretty confident I did, and I ended up swimming 3 races at state. So that was amazing, awesome experience. So glad we made it in this relay too. During the race though, it was so hype. Everybody was screaming and yelling, and literally I've not swam in a race that was this loud and crazy ever before. Ever. The stadium was super, super, super loud, and you can't quite tell from the video that I posted that it was that loud. But from the pool deck, when everybody's shouting towards you and telling you to go, you're gonna go. And especially in this race, so loud. But I think that helped us to get nervous and excited and pumped up for the race. Amarblie swam first, and I was after Amarblie. So Amarblie dove off the blocks, had a great swim, and I was like, oh crap, I was about to like poop my pants. I was so nervous, but I was excited. And then I got up and I swam my personal best, if not really close to my personal best on that leg. Oliver jumped in, he started swimming, and I'm the whole time just screaming and yelling at him to go. And mind you, the race gets louder and louder. So it started off loud, and then it just gets louder. So Oliver's in the pool, he's swimming the race of his life. He's having the meet, actually, of his life. He swims, he finishes, and we have our anchor, Roman Jr., gonna be captain this next year. He swims, and he goes fast enough. He touches the wall, and we try to look at the time, but it's delayed since you see his 50 split. But we're waiting for what seems like 30 seconds to see our time, to see if we broke the record. And I was thinking we might actually have. And we see on the board for lane 7, Houston Memorial, 3:07.87. And we start going ballistic. We absolutely go ham. We got 4th in the race. We didn't get a medal or anything, but we got 4th. We barely got beat up for 3rd, but we were going for time. If we made state, great, but we were going for 47:12 on each leg. We saw the time, and all of our teammates were on the side of the pool. They were jumping up and down, screaming. Coach Moss, our crazy coach at the beginning of the year that said we could go 47:12, he started jumping up and down. He came running over to the other side of the pool to see us, and oh my goodness, this was such an emotional moment. We start hollering and yelling at each other for getting this accomplishment. And we go over and we meet Coach Moss, and we have this big old group hug, and that's the thumbnail of the video. And then we take pictures, we get a bunch of compliments from our teammates, high fives, hugs. Oh my goodness, the whole bit. It was fantastic. After the race, I don't think the season would have been the same had we not broken that record. And it was that record that we were hyping up the whole season, the 47:12. And we had our next meet state in Austin, Texas. We didn't actually go faster in state than we did in regionals. And we made a new number. It was 46:96. Was the time that all of us needed to go faster than our record. So we would have broken the record that we just broke, or we would have broken the record that we had just set, is what I mean. But we didn't go faster, but it's okay. But literally, we broke a different record, a different relay record from the same year, the same guys pretty much, from 1980. We broke another 42-year-old record, and I can share with you guys that video if you want. Like and comment, share, but comment down below if you want me to post that video of the 200 medley relay that broke a 42-year-old record. It was the same day, and we made state in that relay. We made 3rd in the race, but this 400 freestyle relay that I'm talking about was incredibly exciting. And I'm glad I posted it for you guys to see, and I'm glad I'm talking about it right now so I can give more light to it. And we got all those accomplishments, and which was super great. Top 100 in the nation for that high school year. But this insider perspective, I think, is is more inspiring, honestly. But yeah, that is my story for the famous 42-year-old record broken by Houston Memorial. Let me know what you guys think. Comment down below. Back to the game. So we're at 2048, 1024, 512, 256, 128. We only need another 128 to combine to make a 256, to combine 512, 1020, 40, 1024 to make a 4096 tile. Guys, we are so close. Can I do it? Can I make this 4096 tile? It's looking really close. That top half of the box is already filled up. It's already filled up. We only have the bottom half of the box to work with. If we fill up the whole box, we lose. We can't have us losing. But we're doing it, guys. 5, 12, 10, 24, 40, 96. Let's go! Let's go! Guys, I tried a couple times to do this. So, the first video I've posted was the 2048 tutorial speedrun. And I actually kept recording and try to see if I got 4096, but I quickly failed. So I just posted me getting 2048 and then I stopped. But I'm hitting you up with the post commentary action just that I could focus on playing 2048 before making this post commentary and tell you guys the story without having to do two things at once. If there's anything you know about me, if there's anything you remember actually about me, you might remember that I cannot do two things at once. No matter how hard I try, I just suck at both if I try to do both. Unless I'm making a live commentary for you guys, that's when it's somewhat decent. But let's see how far we get. 4096. We're still chugging along. It's not bad. Oh, we swiped down. It's bad. It's bad. It's over. Yeah, it's only a matter of time. Because when you get that high up, and especially the 2 that's in that top spot, that 2 knocked down the 256. And since it's a 256, it's really hard to get yourself going back up again. At least it wasn't the 4096. But you need another 256 to combine to make a 512 for you to make space for the 2. So you keep building up that 2 until you get a 512, and then you combine it to make a 1024. And you need to make sure that you have everything in the meantime all perfectly set up so that you can have everything in order to keep the game going. But at this point, it's over. I'm trying to, in that left side, make a 128 to combine with a 256 to slide over to the right. But it's hard at this point since I have the 16 and the 8 already. So at this point, I'm just going for extra points. But guys, comment down below if you have had a super exciting experience like the one I was talking about today. Stuff like that, experiences like those, you should take advantage of them. If there's something that you could at least try to go for it. Because I tell you, if you get that, if you achieve that, then it's ecstasy. It's super, super thrilling to be able to achieve what you achieved. If not, it's fun along the way. You just have fun trying to get to where you're trying to go. So that's what I'm gonna leave you guys with.